corporate leader to CEO of my own project management consultancy. It's safe to say I turned my dream into a reality. I'm Nicole Jones, entrepreneur, wife, and mom, making the necessary effort to live a fulfilled life. After a lot of planning, I carefully crafted my retirement from corporate America. This is my life as a consultant. So let's be real. Y'all know I'm a project manager, just cosplaying as a YouTube vlogger at this point because I just need for you guys to bear with me because documenting life as a consultant and actually having work and being a parent and put on my entrepreneur hat is a task. This video is well overdue, but I have to shed light on my project and experience at the WOPM Project Management Conference. Honestly, the timing of posting this video actually works out in my favor and your favor because tickets to next year's conference are now open. Additionally, Women of Project Management will be celebrating 10 years as an organization. Details are linked in my bio if you're interested in attending. As for the conference this past summer 24, this was the third annual event and first time in New Orleans. It has been an extreme honor to support as project manager for this event over the years. And when I say we went all out for these guests, we went all out this year. There's so many content recaps on their page. You just have to check it out. These are just brief highlights, but the community, the transparency, the conversations, the genuine connections, opportunities that were in the room, it was just unmatched. So if you are not there, you are missing out. A little bit about this project specifically, and I'm just going to set the record straight. No matter the circumstances, I'm typically collaborating with various vendors to ensure each project is successful, and this particular launch was no different. For this conference, my greatest partner was the event coordinator. I collaborated with her constantly. She was phenomenal. Her communication was on point. We just vibed perfectly throughout this particular experience. And I worked with, like I said, a number of vendors to make sure this was executed. We had some last minute issues because, listen, every great project has something that comes up. And something did arise in the final hour, and I had to make the executive decision on the call on whether or not we were going to invest in something that needed to be part of this particular launch. And I just called it. Typically, as you can imagine, any CEO during this time has zero capacity to make decisions on anything. So their focus is on presenting, meeting the different people, networking, talking with their sponsors. Luckily, on my behalf, I know the project budget. I know it like the back of my hand. I know the best interests of the CEO. One thing to note here, it's also not just knowing the budget on a particular project, but also knowing that whatever that you're making a decision on that would help make this project successful, even if it was an unknown, making sure that it has value add to the program. Having the budget and what have you to do something and make a decision on is one thing, but does it add value to the overall program? Because it could have easily been like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. But it was something critical to the success of this. And it was just something that we had to call. I said, let's do it. Let's run it. Overall, great project and very exciting, to say the least. In addition to managing one of the biggest projects with the multi-day conference, we also were nominated in the Essence Film Festival. If you don't know, the Essence Film Festival takes place every year, and this year was the 30th anniversary. As part of the event, they also have a film festival. So if you remember a while back, I basically shared the Women of Project Management documentary that we did, titled Beyond the Glass Ceiling. I am just beyond grateful to have co-directed that particular film. Well, let's just say we submitted and we made it to the finals at Essence. So our conference was technically 2-for-1. We got to enjoy all the festivities and showcase our documentary, Beyond the Glass Ceiling. We didn't win our category, but by way of an award anyway. But just being in the room, being recognized, and just simply being nominated on one of the largest platforms known to Black culture, I mean, say less. We won. So it was just an extreme pleasure. For my independent consultants who are parents, when it comes to traveling as an entrepreneur, logistics is just on steroids. Although I would have loved to have my little one with me on this particular trip, it didn't work out in terms of like the planning, the logistics of it, because one, NOLA was hot. We were in the dead of summer. This was July. And I was helping manage this project for the first time in a different state. So there's just so many things that just would have, divided my time and attention to family. So next year, depending on the situation, we will actually try to make this a family trip. One of the key factors I consider is, of course, my husband joins me as well as my mother-in-law. So having to book flights, rooms, and making sure everything is supported in terms of the work travel and all this funnels under my business expenses. That is something that's really important if you are a consultant. If you're watching this and you're wondering how do you manage that even with a family, that's how I do it typically. So next year, considering all things, we will definitely try to make that happen. But I can't say I didn't enjoy the pockets of moments that I had to myself. I enjoyed it. After work, explore and enjoy NOLA was the next mission. I met up for lunch with some other PMs that stuck around after the conference. We walked Canal Street and Bourbon Street, and just literally walked right into a lot of action. There was something going on every turn. So it was a great time. Another happy meetup was with my girl, Rachel. You'll remember her from this vlog. She was also in town for business, and I got to join her VIP mixer, and it was fabulous. I'm not gonna lie, at some point I did peek into my inbox for other projects. Shortly after this particular trip, this project, I had to prepare for a launch in Atlanta and a Spain business trip. So it was action-packed this summer when it comes to projects. So a little disclaimer here, I did record using a new mic that I have. Just my luck, it wasn't on. Like, how? Instead, I'd like to invite you here to my event in February called Offsite, and you can learn more about it here. Hi, I'm Nicole. I retired from corporate America to start my own project management consultancy, the PM Suite, and it has been the best decision I ever made. Now it's your turn. Offsite was designed for professional leaders ready to transform years of experience into ownership and freedom. This one-day program walks through not only the PM Boss Academy, but additional elements supportive to your journey in entrepreneurship. We'll cover elements from the PM Boss course, as well as topics that impact your bottom line, like how to secure clients, aligning your services and pricing, establishing financial stability that safeguards you, your family, and your business, and so much more. This opportunity is for you if you have experience in the project management field and ready to start or elevate your consultancy. It's time to stop dreaming, start doing. Monetize your talents or risk fading it away in the corporate abyss. As a wife, mom, an entrepreneur, I want to make it known that you can succeed. I'll see you at Offsite. This business trip was just epic. I left fulfilled in all that we accomplished during the conference. So many more new connections were made. And then I just felt recharged after it, having that downtime after the conference, and after film festival, just really having time to myself. Before we left, Aisha with her family, we did one last toast to celebrate a successful project. If you like this recap, please like, comment, share with a friend. Thank you to everyone who are considered followers. Thank you to those who are just newbies to this particular channel. Please also subscribe to this channel. I enjoy all your amazing comments and feedback, even feedback on the Academy, PM Boss Academy, which you can see here. And I can't wait to see you in the next episode.